Good morning, noon, or night. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but it's good to be with you guys. I'm continuing in kind of my mini tech tutorial series of just showing kind of the basics of some of the apps and platforms and programs that we're kind of needing you guys to be somewhat literate on to be able to stay connected with us in this crazy time of COVID and quarantine. So that's exactly what we're going to continue in today. Last episode, I kind of covered how to navigate around through YouTube and how to find our past services and where to go to kind of connect and talk with us. But in this crazy season, one of the more used tools by us as the church here is this program called Zoom. You might have heard of it. You might not care to know about it. You might have a lot of knowledge about it. And so we're really just going to talk about the basics of what Zoom is, what we use it for here, and how to kind of get plugged in using Zoom. And so let me say this: Zoom is a video conferencing or audio conferencing uh, program platform. It allows you to video conference with multiple people at the same time. Some people have to have licenses to hold longer meetings with more people. And the blessing is that we here at the church have purchased a few of the licenses so that we can help organize our small groups and our prayer meetings. And so that's what we use Zoom for here at the church. When you hear us say, hey, we're going to have a Zoom meeting, it's with the purpose of it's with the purpose of either getting together for prayer or small group study or devotions or devotionals or things like that. And so, like for example, tonight it's Monday, 4/27, 2020, and so tonight would technically be our all church prayer meeting. So that's going to happen tonight at 6 p.m. on Zoom. So that's great to know, but what are you supposed to do with that? If you just heard that announcement, where do you go from there? If you don't know anything about Zoom, you don't know what it is, how to use it. And so I'm going to kind of walk you through the steps of what to do with Zoom. So very like I always like to explain what's happening here. This is a TV monitor. I'm mirroring my desktop into the TV here so that you can see what I'm doing. So imagine that you are at your computer screen. I want you to do the exact same things that I would be doing here. So you're going to open up your web browser. If you're using Mac, it's going to say Safari. It's going to look like this little compass right here. If you're using a PC, I don't know what you guys use. What is it? James, what do you guys use on PC? Google Chrome, maybe Firefox, something like that. And so you just need to open up your web browser. So I'm going to open up Safari because that's what I use. And if you have no contact with Zoom, you've never used Zoom before, the first thing that you're going to need to know how to do is actually download the app. So they've actually made it very simple. If I just all I did was expand my window. I'm going to go right in here to the search bar and type in Zoom download. Very simple. Now, you want to be very careful with what you're downloading. You want to make sure that you have some type of antivirus or firewall put up. You don't want to go clicking on random downloads, but you should have something that shows that it's a safe link, that it's from Zoom. You want to look at their credentials at the bottom to make sure it's the actual Zoom webpage. You'll see all that stuff down here. And so what's going to happen is you click on that Zoom Download Center option, and then you're just going to click on if this one right here, it says download and Zoom client for meetings. And that's it. So once you download that, it will go through all of the applications and how you're supposed to put it in. It walks you through pretty step by step. And once you've done that, you're going to have this little thing on your screen right here. Can you see that? It's a little blue camera, and that is actually the Zoom uh, launcher. That's what's going to launch Zoom, and you'll have something that looks like this on your desktop, right? So I went ahead today and set up a test Zoom meeting. So it says the meeting is actually supposed to start right now. So when I start this meeting, what it's going to usually ask, if I'm not the person who hosted it and created it, it's going to ask for a password, and it's going to ask for a meeting ID, And so I'm just going to punch those in. It didn't give me the options. And so I'm just going to punch these in, leave, join with computer audio. Okay. So that's it. I am technically in the Zoom meeting now. I can see here that I'm one of the participants. I'm actually the host. There's also this chat function here that allows me to type messages to people. And so I just typed the message right over here. And technically, this meeting will have a bunch of people's faces. I'm a lonely guy. I've got no friends in my Zoom meeting, so there's nothing to really talk to. I haven't invited anybody to my meeting either. These are all host options. But when you log in, you'll be asked for the member ID and the password. It'll look something like what is that? 11-digit ID number, and it will have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-digit password. Once you punch those in, you'll be taken into a meeting like this. You'll see a bunch of people's faces. And another cool thing that we have started using Zoom for is for our Sunday meetings, our Sunday services. We are actually opening up something called breakout rooms in Zoom. And what that allows us to do is me as the host am able to put people coming into Zoom into an individual private room with one of the leaders or the pastors here at the church, and they can actually pray for you one-on-one immediately after the service. And so that's going to be available after every Sunday service. So what's going to happen is you'll be given it the same way that you joined this room. You're going to want to hit join breakout room. And once you've done that, you'll be one-on-one, face-to-face with a pastor or a leader who's going to be able and ready to pray for you. So we really want you to get comfortable using Zoom, because it is going to continue to be one of the most effective ways that in this crazy season, we are going to be able to stay connected with each other. And like I said, tonight, we're actually having prayer. So tonight is 4/27/2020. It's a Monday. So every Monday, we have all church prayer at 6 p.m. And so that would be hosted through Zoom as well. We also host our small groups through Zoom. If you aren't plugged into a small group right now, we want you to get plugged into a small group. So reach out to the church office and get connected, get plugged into a small group. So as always, I want to create on these videos, I will constantly be checking them for comments and questions and concerns and worries, but you are always free to call the church here at 626-359-5116, or you can email missions@ccmonrovia.org. That is my church email. And with that, you can actually connect right to me, and you can ask questions about how to use Zoom, how to log into Zoom, how to get into the breakout rooms for prayer on Sundays, how to get into small groups. So missions@CC Monrovia, or right here, call the church office, and we can get you plugged in or connected with the prayer, the small groups, or anything. So those are the basics of Zoom. There's not much more to talk about, but if you do have more questions, please feel free to reach out. I hope this video was helpful, and if there's anything that you need, again, we love you, we're praying for you, we're available, and we hope to hear from you, so reach out. God bless. Bye-bye.